industry I should choose, then you should look at edtech as one very promising industry for you to, decide whether you wanted to go with this industry or not. Now, what exactly is edtech industry? EdTech is a combination of education and technology. So when education is provided with the support of technology, it makes EdTech as a word, and that is all. That is the heart of this industry, and that is what this industry core function is. So we all accept that we are living in a world which is a digital age, and I've already said in my past session also that this is a matter to accept and also a matter to understand that while we are part of this digital age, now whatever we are doing, whatever we were doing in the past 20 years ago or 10 years ago, and whatever we are doing now as a as an industry, there is a lot of intervention of technology in our day-to-day life. Now technology is not only limited to making a website or using a software for any particular purpose objective as a tool. Software has actually entered into our day-to-day life. It is becoming part of our life. So when this is coming to us in such a way, we have to accept it also, we have to understand it also, and we have to see the potential of this also. Now, same thing, is being practiced in education. Education as an industry has been there since ages, and the normal practice which was followed in this industry is that students, they go to the classroom and they are taking education from a teacher. It's a board classroom style learning, and then you are given written notes, you are given books, and you take education by physically going to a place which you call as a school, college, or university. This industry has brought in education to your home. This industry has brought in education to your gadgets, your computer, your mobile phone, and it has made learning so adaptive as per the personalized need of every individual that you can actually flexibly decide your own program, your own learning objective, and then you can plan out of the list of programs. Earlier there were very selective list you were having. Out of 10-15 programs you used to choose, but now there are thousands of programs, and you can actually decide what all you want to learn and what is your short-term and long-term learning objective, and decide a program and learn it through a technology, and it will facilitate you in all ways. The certifications, the degrees, everything is coming digitally, and there is no room for actually going and practically sitting in a classroom and learning. You can do it sitting at your home, sitting at your office, at the time when you want to layer and just upskill yourself. So it has huge potential. This industry, if I may share with you, from 2014 to 2019, we are seeing a substantial growth in this industry. Every year there is 3 to 5 times growth in this industry. At present, if I talk about, Indian market itself is projecting, $2 billion of industry, which is EdTech industry. You can look at the value which this industry is going to brought in. And such a pandemic time when everyone is sitting at home, still this industry has become a part and parcel of everyone's life, because everyone wanted to upskill themselves when they are sitting at home, when they are not having jobs, so that when actually industry start responding to them with other career options, they should be having skills than what they were earlier having. And this industry has made it possible. Such a pandemic time, and still this industry is going, and we have to just understand the potential which this industry brings for us, and we have to, if we are planning a career option, we must acknowledge it, that this is a promising industry which we can look forward for a career for ourselves. Now, what all we want when we are selecting a role, when we want to select an industry, that I should look for growth in a particular industry. We are always, it has been most of the cases that we are brand conscious. We are conscious about the kind of salary we are going to get on day one. We are also conscious about what is the kind of growth I have if I'm going to enter a particular industry. So 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, what are the growth opportunities for me if I join an industry, if I join a role? I am going to share with you a lot of opportunities this industry is going to bring in if you are deciding for a career in this industry. Let us understand the kind of roles which this industry has. Like any other industry, I have already shared that there are the four core pillars of any industry or any company. The first pillar is your business development, sales and marketing. The second pillar is your operations, support. Your third pillar is your HR, and the fourth pillar is your finance. All these roles are available in this industry, because without this, a company or an industry cannot operate. So whether you are planning for having a career in HR, or you are planning for having a career in finance or sales and marketing, this industry can bring you opportunities which are there in this role. So you have all opportunities to enter. Now, what kind of roles this industry offer? If I talk about business development, one business development is where you are involved for field sales. You have to go and do client meetings. Now, virtually, when you are operating everything through gadgets, when you are doing all work through gadgets, this industry also bring in an opportunity for BD team to actually do business which does not require much of the field visits. You can be a business analyst, you can be under a BD role, you can be the starting executive, you can be an MT, management trainee. You can enter the industry and you can understand how this and what are the products, what you have to pitch, and you can do a lot of work sitting at your office itself. And if you have a strong communication skill, if you have a strong writing skill, if you are good at analysis, this industry can bring you role which are there with most of the big IT clients as well, like a business analyst role. It is a role which is in big demand with EdTech industry as well. Talking about finance, HR, yes, this industry brings in these kind of opportunities also. The same format, the same requirement as far as your skill set is there, you will get such positions available with EdTech industry also. And when we talk about operations and support, being a teacher, if you are planning to do a job from sitting at your home, or you don't want to physically go to a school or a college and deliver a program, actually EdTech is an industry you should look forward to. EdTech is largely in requirement of academic consultants, academic people who can do work online, who can give education online. It is not the pre-prepared presentations which you are getting through an online mode. You are also getting an opportunity to get face-to-face interactions with the academicians who are learned in their own field. You are getting interactions with the expert. You are getting a classroom kind of experience also by joining such programs. And these academicians, they are just not sitting in a college or a university and delivering the program from there. They can be doing it from their office itself. Now see how smart this opportunity is. There has been a case when I was talking to some teachers, and I was talking to some faculty members who were saying that a university or a college has a very different kind of environment when it comes to comparing them with any corporate office, or comparing them with the work culture of any so-called MNC. So there is a difference in the MNC to a work environment in the industry, or in the university, or in a college. Now here is an opportunity for you if you are looking for a career in a corporate office, being an academician. EdTech brings you the opportunity. Lot of demand for academicians in the operations role. Also, there is a big demand for content developers, social media marketing people, digital marketing people at the entry level itself in this particular industry. You should not academics as a part of the core content developed by this industry, which is available to you as far as your learning is concerned. Let us say you want to upskill and you need to have a note. You need to have notes related to a particular field. There are video libraries, there are online libraries which are available. Now all the content which is available on those libraries, this content is developed either by the content developer with the support of academic team, or if there is any content which is already copyrighted with some of the publishers, these content developers are going to take their also endorsement and using the same content for the learning of the people who are there as a client at their platform. So content developer and social media marketing people and digital marketing people are in big demand in this industry. And again, I repeat, when we are talking about 2 billion dollar market to be created. This is a huge market, and you cannot miss an industry which is creating such a big business in this era, and you are not looking for this industry as a career for yourself. Now, these are about the roles which are there in edtech industry. There are many other roles, but I have just shared with you certain roles which are of importance, actually, which may be of interest to you when you are thinking of doing a business development role, or maybe a academic role, or maybe operation role. You should look at edtech industry as well as a opportunity for you to make a career. Now, also, I would like to share with you, it is just not about the role. It is about, what this industry brings to you, as an industry in itself, like the salaries which is being offered in this industry, the kind of growth which which we are offering in this industry. The starting salary, if I talk about for a fresh graduate who is entering the tech industry, is much beyond, better than any other industry. If I talk about retail, or I talk about any other industry which is there in competition, for that reason, the entry level roles in hospitality, in retail sector, or maybe in pharma sector, the kind of entry level salaries which you can actually get in the tech industry are far beyond better than other industries. So when I am planning to have a career, and I'll be very conscious about, having a good salary in the starting itself. I would be very conscious about having a good package. Now, edtech industry brings to you this kind of salary that is really smart when you are starting your, first job in any industry. And if I talk about business analyst, or I talk about, roles which involve a lot of technical intervention, also a lot of IT competency is also there. The salaries are even beyond what an average salary a normal industry is offering in at this role. So that the kind of demand which they have for business analysts, the kind of demand which they have for content development, the kind of quality which they are looking for. And if you are a quality resource person, you should not miss, looking at this as an opportunity. Candidates I have seen, they are looking for IT as a industry where they may get a better salary to start their career. No, edtech also is one opportunity for you. You should access, and you never getting hired for a salary which is even beyond your expectation. So, and if I talk about edtech as an industry, it is just industry you should look forward to for your future, because this industry brings a lot of growth. And as far as the, certain government surveys are there, certain, bodies which are engaged in assessing the growth of India, assessing the kind of, in this scenario also, who are assessing that what kind of, challenges India is going to face as far as industry is concerned, what kind of growth opportunities are there in the spread of industries which we have. EdTech is one industry where the initial projection was 8 times growth than in past. You can imagine the kind of growth EdTech is going to be, 8 times growth in the current financial year. This is a huge growth. So people who are looking for career in this year, I rather recommend you should keep this industry in mind while you are deciding a career, and you must explore the kind of job roles which are available in this industry, and where you have the real match. Now, I talk about the skill set also, what this industry demands, what exactly industry is looking for as a competency in any particular entry level professional. Yes, industry is all about technology, so you need to be very in the IT part. Now, when I talk about competency, I'm really not looking for you to have or have a real-time knowledge of programming languages or designing languages. If that is, there is a role for you, but basic IT competency is a must in this industry, because everything here is done. The core is IT, the core is technology. There is a lot of reports doing in day-to-day basis. Even if you are in a BD role, or you are in HR role, or you are in any other role, any operational role, even you are going for an academic consultant role, you should be very handy about IT competency. What all you need to have as a skill with you? Yes, you need to have very strong Excel skill, because you with, and all the tools of MS Office are being used of the industry, and that's a very huge percentage. So having said that, what I'm trying to is, if you don't know MS Word, if you don't know MS Excel, you are going to face a real-time challenge while joining this industry, because most of the work which this industry is doing, they are using these tools for their day-to-day routine works. So you cannot have a miss on this. If you are planning to join edtech industry, you must have a hand-on knowledge of basic tools of MS Office. That is a must requirement. You should also be accustomed with how web browsing is done, how internet is up, what is the where you get how the content is being tracked. These certain things which are there in everyone's job role, because these days it is just not limited that finance has to prepare some balance sheets only. Probably we have to sometime evaluate the kind of business we have done, and then we have to see the cost profit analysis also. So for that also we need to take some time web support. So IT competency and your web competency, you should be accustomed with how this browsing and how the surfing is being done. This is the minimum requirement with the industry, and you cannot just run away from this requirement. This is something which is the core requirement of all the roles which are there in this industry, even at the entry level. What else this industry requires from you? They also require a very strong communication level. When you are talking to someone, whether it is a client, whether it is your student, you have to understand the entire process which is being dealt. It is online. Your connect is digital to them. You are not physically available at the side. You are connecting to them. You are explaining them about whatever products you are offering. And if you are dealing with a class, you are giving your entire class online. You are taking their queries online. So there is less face-to-face contact. There is more, digital contact. Now, having a strong communication skill is the basic requirement of this industry, because if you are not strong at communication, there are good chances you will not be able to connect with the class incomplete. It is very different environment when we talk about having a classroom kind of learning, or having a learning from the online portal. If you go to the kind of quality you will get of academicians on the online portal, why people are moving towards online platforms, why people are now opting for online platforms, it is because of the quality they bring in, because of the kind of resources they bring in. The academicians, the level of communication which they have while taking a class online, that is also making a difference from the classroom training which the child was earlier getting. So this is where you have to be very strong in if you are planning to enter this industry. Let's say you are not so strong in, you have to practice if you are aiming for edtech as an industry for your career. If you are strong at communication, if you are strong at IT, yes, you have a lot of opportunities at entry level. And I again repeat, the entry level positions are even giving you a smarter salary than most of the industry. So that is also there. And also to share with you, most of the industries who are there in edtech business. Now, one data says that, in last year itself, there were close to 2,200 new companies startup in edtech in India itself. Although the well-established names, the well-known names, the brand names, if I compare any other industry, edtech industry has a lot of brands which have come up and they are doing real good business. So if you are brand conscious, if you are conscious about where you are working and whether that that is known, because this industry is totally into online business. This industry is totally into connecting with people all over the country or all over the globe. So the reach of this industry is very big, and that makes a brand presence global. That makes a brand presence very, very you can recall it very easily. And if I may share with you, there are more than 300 brands at present also which are there in India who are there in this industry, and they are doing very good. So you can well imagine that out of 2,200, there are 300 plus brands which are well recalled by any of the student who is taking edtech as a arm for them for meeting their learning objective. So if you are conscious about brand, edtech brings to you a lot of brands. So that also your requirement is met when you are looking for a career option. As far as your growth is concerned, edtech has a lot of opportunities for people who are doing good in the profile which they have shared. This is an industry which has just seen an uptrend, and it is going to do a big time business in future. Maybe there is a chance that it will not only supersede the business of any other education industry, it may become a very strong competition for the existing players, and they also have to venture into edtech business to support their own finances. So edtech is going to be a future of India. Edtech is going to be the future of world, and you cannot just give a miss to such an industry who is going to be a future of world. So as the industry grow, simultaneously career options will grow, simultaneously you will have opportunities to grow. And when you are entering an industry which is towards a uptrend, which is growing, there are larger chances for you that you will have far better growth than any other industry. Because if you go to manufacturing units, if you go to industrial plants, there is a at present there is a stagnancy, but otherwise also the growth opportunities are a little lean, little slow. But if you are entering such a technology driven industry, there are huge opportunities for you. You can grow very fast, and you can be at a very promising role in future. So don't miss a chance of not looking at this industry as one career option for you. These are certain things which I wanted to brought into today's session, and I have just tried to cover what this industry is all about, what are the basic skills which are required, what are the good USPs, the strong USPs of this industry if you are looking for it as a career option. What I am trying to say here is edtech is going to stay in this market, edtech is going to grow in this market, so edtech can be very strong option for you even at the entry level. And don't just feel that because you are into business development or HR or any other thing and you may not have much opportunities. EdTech is an industry which caters to all roles. Start looking for options, even if you wanted to go in CRM or you wanted to go at the operations role, and you wanted to go with an industry which is in a trend of growing, and you wanted to associate yourself with a brand, you should look for some option for you. So guys, if you have any questions, if you have any queries, feel free to ask, and you can write in the message box. I am sure I'll try to address all your queries in this regard, but keep looking at options when you are exploring your future. Keep looking at where you should enter, because that is something which is going to set your career roadmap for the future. You just cannot enter any industry without doing a proper basic research. You just not enter any industry without thinking of what opportunities it can bring. And when you are deciding a role also, you must look at the kind of skill competency which is required, the kind of knowledge, the kind of learning which is required from your side when they are hiring entry level. These are the basic research work which you should do while joining any career option. I have shared with you one option. There are multiple options in industry, and this is one option which you should not give a miss. I hope I am able to make you understand what I wanted to convey today, and I look forward for your feedbacks, and I look forward for your questions in near future. Thank you, all of you. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.